So these four problems are, you're being asked to solve each of the following for the variable and show that your answer checks, and they're all set up as proportions. Okay, so we're basically looking for equivalence in the fractions. So there's a number of ways that you can go about doing these, and I'm going to probably do all of them slightly differently. So when I look at this fraction here, I have 25 over 75. I can reduce that fraction. So I'm going to turn that into 1/3. So I have x over 12 is equal to 1/3. Okay, we divide that by 25, you get 1, divide that by 25, you get 3. Now from here, this is a pretty easy problem now. I know that if I multiply 3 by 4, I get 12. So I multiply 1 by 4, and I get x. 1 times 4 is 4, so this x is 4. Okay. Now this problem here, these both end in 5, so I know that they're divisible by 5. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce this. If I divide 495 by 5, I get 99. If I divide 45 by 5, I get 9. Oh, look at that. I think I can reduce this even more. Divide this by 11, and I get 9. Or excuse me, divide this by 9, and I get 11. Divide this by 9, and I get 1. Okay? So right off the bat, 45 actually went into 495, but I didn't know that off the top of my head, so I just did it piece by piece. Okay? Now, if I multiply 11 by 5, I get 55. If I multiply 1 by 5, I get 5. So this x is 5. Okay. All right. Okay. This is reduced. These are both prime numbers. I can't reduce that. Okay. There is no easy number that when I multiply 9, I get 11. So we're going to use our cross multiply method. So 11 times x is equal to 9 times 7. So 11x is equal to 63. So now I divide by 11, and I get 1x is equal to 63 divided by 11, which is 5.72727272. So I'll just round that off to 5.73. Or we could leave it as 11 goes into 63 5 times with 5, 6, 8 left over. Either one of those is a fine answer. Okay. All right. This problem here. Oh, this one's easy. 2 times what gives me 24? I'm going to write this a little bit bigger so you can see it. 2 times 12 is 24. So 3 times 12 will give me that number. And that number is going to be 36. Okay. Lots of ways you can solve these. You just have to use what makes sense and what makes sense for the problem.